It's Reviews Day Tuesday, and this week sees the return, after quite a while, of the Quiet as Mouse book club. This time I'm going to be reviewing The Martian by Andy Weir. The last book I was due to review for the Quiet as Mouse book club is Crime and Punishment, which I still haven't finished. I just have not been getting through it with any speed. In the end, I've just decided to start reviewing other books and finish Crime and Punishment on the side. So a Crime and Punishment review should eventually exist, but not soon. Anyway, on to The Martian, which I read entirely this weekend. It's a sci-fi novel. It was originally self-published in 2011 by Weir, and then it was re-released in 2014. It follows Mark Watney, who is stranded alone on Mars after an accident during a mission that him and a team of astronauts are on. He is a botanist and an engineer, and he has to work out how to survive on Mars and how to get home, possibly. We start the novel solely following him in the form of his written log entries, but as the story progresses, more characters become involved and we have third-person prose as well. I like the format. It changes a lot, which keeps it interesting. You have log entries, you have prose, you have emails, and it weaves in and out. I think it would have eventually got quite repetitive if it had just been log entries throughout the book. Watney is an endearing narrator. He's funny and smart. He's likeable. You want him to succeed, which is important in a book which is mainly him. You don't get bored with him being the only character around most of the time, but he is a very calm, unflappable person. He kind of cheerfully gets on with what he needs to do to survive, but that does mean that things stay pretty level. There's not much character development. I kind of felt a bit like I was missing out on an aspect of the story, which was one person being alone for a very long time, because Watney doesn't seem particularly affected by that, or he doesn't discuss it in his diary entries. It's an exciting book. A lot happens. A lot of the things that Watney does to survive takes place over a long period. For instance, he grows potatoes, but it's interspersed with perils and disasters which keep you interested. It keeps you guessing as well what will happen next, what will go wrong now. There's a lot of technical stuff, mathematics and science, which is interesting for the most part. I think the balance is good, because if it's too technical it could get boring or lose the reader completely. I mean, occasionally when there were big walls of text my mind would wander, but I wouldn't let that put you off because I think the book overall is worth it, and I did find it all quite interesting. It's a very funny novel. I was surprised by how funny I found it. It's a fun read. Watney has a good sense of humour, a good voice. Self-deprecating, and that helps in the sciencey bits as well, because Watney describes things in a way which is quite fun. Yeah, it's a really good book. I'd recommend it. I'll give it 4.4 out of 5, I think, and I'm really looking forward to watching the film. I have it. I'm hoping to watch it in the next few days. So next books. Normally I would announce 2 books here, which I'm going to review next, and then I'd review them at fortnightly intervals, but I'm not going to do that here because I want to get back into the swing of reading regularly and reviewing books regularly. Instead, I'm just going to pick one book to review next, and that is How to Ruin Everything by George Watsky. This is a series of essays. It's pretty short, and I've already started it, and I'm not going to say that the review of it will definitely be up in 2 weeks, but it will be up on a Tuesday shortly after I finish reading it. But I think that's the way I'm going to go with a book club for a little bit, just be slightly less regimented. Just decide to read a book, read it, and then review it. And of course, do let me know if there are any books you would like me to review. I would love to know what you think about The Martian if you have read it or seen the film. Hopefully I will review the film as well once I've seen it. And I will be back this weekend, so I hope you have a great week, and I will see you then.